All right, it is Saturday, July 16th, middle of July already. Currently a little past 6, got up at 5 and made my way from the hotel over here. It's just like a mile and a half or something like that, not too far. And made my way to the ski, and first things first, make sure what's it gonna do? Is it gonna start? That's my daily spin the wheel or roll the dice. But sure enough, fired right up. Of course, out of the water. Yeah, no worries. So that's good. Today's run is 130 miles on the inside. The waves on the outside are 3 feet, which means they could be, 4 or 5 or 6, occasionally. And so that's too rough for me. Don't want to be out there in that because they could break. White caps the waves could break, and I'll be running parallel to the waves most of the time, and so just kind of want to avoid that. And the inlets here in the South Florida area are pretty notorious. Hullover, which is south of here, just look it up on the internet if you don't know what I'm talking about. But so gonna run on the inside. I'm going to get rained on today. The biggest thing is, will it be storms or like lightning and all that, or will it be just rain? I can handle rain, no big deal. And since I'm on the inside and it's fairly narrow in most spots, even if there's a little crosswind, which is what it's supposed to be, coming out of the east, that's doable too. 15, 20 mile an hour wind occasionally that's fine. So gonna make our run. It's gonna be stop and go with the no wakes, but let's give it a go. Got to get up to the Melbourne area, basically. Well, it's 6:38, and that's sunrise here. I'm legally allowed to operate between half hour before, but with all the clouds, I thought I'd give it just a little bit more light. But time to shove off. Wine down. I can get down with that. Oh my. That song, You Had a Bad Day? Yeah, I think he's living it. The first time, I think, that I've done a midday refueling out of the whole trip. Most of the time it's while I get to or arrive at my marina, and it's just easier that way. Than the next morning I'm good to go. But it just made more sense this time. The fuel docks were closed when I came in last night, 2 nights ago. So yeah, a midday refuel. First time. What is this, day? Oh my god, I don't even know. 45, whatever. Okay, at an actual, marina fuel stop, right? Obviously, I've been refilling midday with my jugs, but you know what I mean. All right, it's a race. I'm going a nice 6 or 7 miles an hour, and well, they're beating me. right, running just north of Jupiter, and Mr. Game On, that's the boat name, he was coming at me, and he's waving, giving me thumbs up, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna turn around and just chat with him for a little bit. Maybe he saw me on Facebook or something, and let's see, there we go. And he's like, no, I just saw your setup, and he's, man, that's cool. And his wife's got an amazing camera. She's just taking all kinds of pictures of scenery and stuff. And just chatting with him, told him I'm doing the loop. He's like, well, that? What? So, but he gave me a couple of cold bottles of water, and when I'm just putzing it all of 5 or 6 miles an hour in the baking sun, and all of my drinks are warm, and they're not just room temperature, right? They're kind of warm. So having a hit the spot. Thanks, Game On. Maybe hopefully throw some pictures out on the site for me. Falling behind this twin engine center console for the last 10 miles or so, because the wind's picked up, and just in case there was a heavy chop out on the sea, I wanted to be behind the boat coming in, so that's what I've been doing. Coming into Turkey Creek and Palm Bay, and this is where Danny reached out to me and said, hey, I got a spot for you, and that is wonderful. So what time is it? About 2:45, and I'm really happy with that. 128 miles or so with a lot of no wake, and to be getting off the water before that storm rolls in is just beautiful. All right, down here at Paddling Paradise, Dan, the owner, reached out to me, and he's like, hey, you want to store your ski down here? I got a spot for you. This is where all of his kayaks and paddle boarders, they come in, and so he's like, yeah, just store the ski there. So I got it pulled in, and perfect. It will work for the night. And so, yeah, time to go get cleaned up. It's Saturday night. Let's go get in trouble. So one of the problems with getting up so early is that I get up before the breakfast starts at the hotel, and I'm left with either no breakfast, one of my bagels, or yeah. So I splurged donuts. Anyway, today was a good day. 130 miles. Made it all the way to Melbourne. And big shout out to Dan at Paddling Paradise, where he kind of welcomed me in, let me store the ski there at his place. And so
that was perfect, and able to catch a little bit of Melbourne, the old town. Caught a few places, some live music, and now it's time to. Well, let's see, it's 10 o'clock, 10:30. Okay, it's 9:40. Time to do some video editing and get to bed so that I can do it all again tomorrow.